Yo, Dirty T and the Boys 2024.
Does everybody know what time it is?
All right, tonight we are cooking what I like to call 7 and 2 pork chops in honor of my ongoing reign as #1 in this fantasy football league. Shout out to my mom for the great apron. Let's get cooking. All right, next we have some bone-in pork chops. These have been brining in a saltwater solution for about 45 minutes. You could say they've just been drowning in there, kind of like Nick and Owen's team. All right, next we got what I like to call Tang on top seasoning. It's just a little bit of Italian breadcrumbs mixed with a little other seasoning. Top secret, can't let you know. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our pork chop and we're just gonna get it all seasoned up on all sides. You know what I love about this seasoning is every time I make it, it reminds myself that I am #1. You know, it's just a feeling you can't beat. You gotta make sure your whole team's on point. You know what I'm saying? Even when you think they're not, and they're not projected to make a lot, somehow they always pull through. That's because you got to cover all sides. Okay, here we go. Hot pan. I mean, you want this thing hot like my fantasy team right now. I mean, just piping, feeling the heat in your face every time you have to go up against me. And you just want to add a little bit of olive oil in there. Okay? And then always lay away from you. Get these. That's what you want to hear. Put these bad boys in here. We're gonna give them a quick sear. Just a little bit to burn their ass. Kind of like I'm gonna give Glen here this coming up week. You'll see what I'm talking about. Seared like Glen's ass this week. All right, now once you have them good and seared on both sides, you're gonna add yourself a little bit of butter, 3 crushed garlic cloves, some rosemary from the garden, get that going, boom, into the oven, 10 minutes, 400 degrees. All right, next we're gonna roast some carrots. A little bit of olive oil. Listen, here's the magic stuff right here. A little bit of honey. Oh, no. These in the oven, 10 minutes. Probably less. Now Michelle went ahead and whipped up some of these mashed potatoes. She took some inspiration from how bad I've been whooping up on all you suckers. Now I went ahead and before we started cooking, I went ahead and made some carrot slaw. We're gonna put these on top of the chops. 7 and 2 pork chops coming up. Now I couldn't do all the plating with one hand, but here we go. We're finishing up the 7 and 2 pork chops. We're gonna take a little bit of that homemade slaw. Just gonna put it right there on top. A little bit of more homemade carrot slaw. Then we're just gonna sprinkle it with a little bit of parsley. Here's my 7 and 2 winner pork chop dinner. Serving up the L's, it's what's for dinner. It's Dirty T and the Boys time.
Hello everyone, it is week 10, it's Wednesday, November 6th, one day after the most historic election that we've ever had in America, and it's apparently figured out, but who knows? They still got time to sabotage things and go to war, martial law, not certifying the election, murder, assassination attempts, huge viral disease 2.0, aliens, the Anunnaki coming back, Planet X. There's a lot of things that can happen. Let's go over the see what we got here. Also peep the shirt. There goes my microphone. Get that back. Yeah, so the thumbnail, you got Kamala getting hurdled by Saquon Barkley, or maybe he's defecating on her head because she's a toilet. And you got Mike Tyson with Donald Trump here. You got the Tyson fight coming up in, I believe, next Friday up against old Jake Paul. That's going to be interesting. Can he get the dub? Will he get knocked out? Will it just be hokey pokey? I don't know. And then you've got the intro song was Goblins by Necrogoblicon. That's John Goblicon there. Something that I've recently really gotten into. Can I get out of here? What have I done? Yeah, Necrogoblicon. Super good. It's very metal, but it's also pretty melodic. Their hooks are pretty good. Anyways, enough. And John Goblicon's hilarious. Let's get to football, shall we? Let's get to football. I'm going to try to just knock this out as quick as possible. So let's go over week 9, shall we? We had Chase up against me, the sick boy. I was really nervous about this. I'm glad I was able to beat him with 166 points. Not too shabby, huh? Not too shabby. Chaz over there bragging about how he got 168 points, but your boy he was only 2 points behind. Who really didn't? Oh, Chris Olave got absolutely destroyed. Probably one of the worst hits I've seen in NFL history. And not many people know this, but Chris Olave has been victim of a lot of concussions. More than Tua Tagovailoa, I'll tell you that. He just hasn't. They just don't point these out. Unless it's completely obvious. Like, you can get concussions and not even know you have concussions. But Chris Olave, since college, I believe he was an Ohio State Buckeye. He's gotten multiple concussions. Don't know if he's going to be coming back. What do we have? Didn't practice Wednesday. He's not. I could see him being out for a couple weeks. Brock Bowers did his thing. Nothing really exciting happened here. No big wins. I just got a lot of points because everybody on the team did fairly well. Kirk Cousins, he did good for me. Better than what C.J. Stroud would have done with 11 points. And then you got Chuba still going for 20 on the bench. Over here, you got Tua going for 17, and he had Chase Brown on the bench. Chase Brown might be a RB2, RB1 kind of guy. But what do I know? Let's move on. James Holloway and Chris. James almost got the dub here on Monday night, but Bucky Irving and Cade Otton pulled through. Cade Otton, obviously, number 1 receiver on Tampa Bay. That was a heck of a game, eh? Kansas City Chiefs still cheating, still getting away with wins. Patrick Mahomes still walks like a total, I'll say it, faggot. What, are they going to cancel me? What am I going to get? Am I going to get canceled on YouTube for my 13 views I get a week? Because I said faggot. I think that's okay to say now. We'll see. I think faggot and retard are okay to say. I think it depends on the context, but Mahomes just, he makes me uncomfortable just to see him walk, because his walk it's just not manly. But yeah, Chris got this win. He got a pretty good one here. Nico Collins should be coming back this week. Let's see what they say. Collins hamstring. Oh, the hamstring injuries. The unbelievable hamstring injuries. Jalen Hurts having another big game with 29 points. Pretty big win there for Chris. This could have really flipped the script. James could have been tied for 6th place. And instead he falls to 3-6. Not too good. Here's nothing that's too good as well. Chaz getting 168 points. I think this is like the 3rd or 4th week he's gone over 150 points. I'm betting he won't do that again. I don't think Chaz will break 150 again. Who do you have here? Devon Achane with 32 points. Zay Flowers with 29 points. Unpredictable stuff here. Meanwhile, you've got Owens over here playing Brian Robinson Jr., who did not play. This is the 2nd time that Owens has played someone who was not on the field. Is that you giving up, or is it a lack of attention? Was it forgetfulness? Did you just not see it? Do you just not care? I don't know. He's 2-7. I don't see him caring too much, but we got to break 100, don't we? Especially when you got to give these guys some competition. So Josh, put it in gear and start beating these guys. Same thing for Nick here with 85 points. The funny thing about Nick is he's trying still. He's still trying, but he's pretty consistently around 80 points. And this would have been the week to beat Corey. Really needed him to get beat. As you can see in the intro here, he's got hella confidence, and he thinks he's a chef. He is a good cook, though. I'm not going to bash him. He's a good cook. I think we're all pretty decent cooks, right? All I can really talk to or say or speak for is me, Chris, Corey. I'll say Chaz. I don't know. Chaz is one of those, like, he needs a recipe kind of guy. Anyways, Nick, let's get it in gear. Corey's team's too good. Not as good as Chaz's. I think Chaz has got the strongest team, and then I'd put Wes as the next tier up. Then I'd put myself. Then I would put Corey. It really doesn't matter because wins are wins. Joe Burrow, J.K., Rico Dowdle getting some points there. Dallas looks terrible. Their season's basically over, but now you've got Dak Prescott going on the bench with a hamstring injury. Very convenient that he's doing terrible. And the coaches, this is exactly what I was saying about hamstring injuries. They pull them out. When they don't want to when they don't want to bench somebody, they say he's got a hamstring injury. So you'll have Cooper Rush, I believe that's the quarterback. Look for Dallas to have a good trade this week or the next coming week. Actually, I think the trade deadline is next week. So that could be interesting. I'm not sure what the trade deadline is in our league. Let's see. Where is it? Let's see if we can figure that out. Roster, position, scoring, player roles. Where's the trade deadline? Is November 27th. November 27th at 12 p.m. That's the trade deadline. It's pretty late, actually. November 27th? Seems late. I mean, I guess it's a few weeks, but let's get into this. We are 10 minutes in. Let's see if I can knock this out in 5 minutes. This is a big This is a big game for me and for Wes. I did beat Wes. This is the first week of reoccurring matches, so you're going to be facing people that you faced week 1, I believe. So previous matchup, I got 125 to Wes's 108. But we are projected very close. He's got Juwan Jennings in there. You picked up Juwan Jennings? When did you do that? I don't know. Is he still okay? He's expected to return. It's a good pickup. Juwan Jennings, my boy, did a lot of good things for me. This is my current lineup. Probably going to go with that. Might change it up. I got Devontae Adams up against Garrett Wilson. That should be fun to watch. I'm definitely going to play Devontae Adams just to see that matchup. James Cook, who we acquired from a terrible trade from Glen. George Kittle up against Travis Kelce. I mean, look at this. Kirk Cousins up against Joe Burrow. Kamara up against J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins, not a good running back, but he has been good lately. I don't understand. I mean, this is the Chargers, whatever. Let's move on. I'm going to give this one, I got to give it to me. I beat him last time, right? I'm going to say this one's going to be high scoring, 145 to 137. Now you got Chaz up against James. James, I am counting on you to just dominate this, dude. Looks like Chaz got the win early on, 146 to 120. We got any questionables? Got Drake London questionable. Oh, Chaz over here playing Dave Montgomery, but is he going to replace him with Najee since Najee's back? His projection's 15. David Montgomery's 15.8. Oh, what do you do? What do you do? Do you play Najee? I don't know. Do you play Hunter Henry instead of Jake Ferguson? I don't know. James got Bo Nix. He's been tearing it up. Aaron Jones been tearing it up. Jefferson, obviously, up against Jacksonville. Look for Jefferson to have a big game. Holy cow. Vikings up against Jacksonville. Home game, though. Get your tickets. I believe Taylor Dahl is selling them. I'm going to give this one to... God, I don't want to say it. I'm not even going to... We'll give it to Chaz. Chris up against Nick. This could go either way. 122 to 120. Look for Chris's... if he loses and James wins, we could still be pretty... Well, he's got to do a lot of work. Looks like... Look at this. First week, Nick got 83 points. That is not good. Up against 108. Let's do better than that. Let's hit our projections on this, guys. Let's get a big one. Let's get like 150 points from one of you guys, huh? What do we got? Jalen Hurts, Kyron Williams, Bucky, Tyreek, Josh Downs. I think Chris is kind of in this situation where he's got too many people, where I've been there. You don't know who to play. I mean, you got Tank, you got Fairbairn. Well, that's... why just drop Fairbairn? Why do you have an extra kicker? And drop Jonathan Brooks. He's never... If he comes back, he's not going to do anything. Whatever. Do what you want. I'm sorry for clipping. All right, over here we got Jared Goff. Aaron Rodgers recently came out and said that he's doing really amazing things and he's not getting enough credit for it, which is bullshit. Excuse my French. Jared Goff gets a lot of credit. I think Aaron Rodgers is just being passive-aggressive or reflective, like he's trying to get people to say good things about him. Oh, Jared Goff is really good. Nobody talks about it. Oh, what do we want? Do you want us to say you're doing good, Aaron? He's lost his mind, but I hope the Jets keep winning just for his mental safety. I'm going to give this one to Chris, but I'm rooting for Nick on this one. And I'm also rooting for Josh Owens on this. Looks like Chase has not updated his bye week. He's got 3 people currently out. Okay, so he's got Saquon questionable. Chris Olave probably not going to play. I wouldn't play him in the and then you got over here, A.J. Brown's questionable. Brian Robinson Jr. is questionable. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my good. Look at this. He's got... Okay, so let's switch. Oh, you can't do anything. What are you going to play, Demarcus Robinson? Okay, so what can we do? He's got Dallas Goedert. I guess you could play 2 tight ends. Oh, man, you better hope these Qs go away. And then over here, so this could be the first week that Chase puts Tua Tagovailoa back in. That's exciting. So he'll have Tua as his quarterback. Ooh, he doesn't have Brock Bowers this week. Who's your backup tight end? Don't have one. Oh, but I've got one. Shall we do a live trade? Shall we do a live trade? Who do I want from you? Who do I want from you? Who do I want for you? I want Jahmyr Gibbs, but I don't think that's a fair trade. See, this is how I do trades. George Pickens, maybe? I do like George Pickens. I just don't really need George Pickens. Oh, but we got Chase Brown here. Let's see. So he needs a tight end. I have Njoku. Oh, who do I want to trade? I think, yeah, I'm just gonna throw it out there. If you don't like it, that's fine. But you need a tight end. Okay, let's zoom out here, see if I can actually see what's going on here. Okay, so we're making a trade. Take the trade. Okay, so had a bit of a boo-boo. And accidentally hit a hotkey because I was typing. I got to remember not to do that. And my monitor is way over here, and I have to literally turn my whole head this way. I need it like right here. We got to fix some things. Let's go back. Where were we at? We were, I think we were, oh my God. Okay, we went through there. So Josh has got to get that dub, and I got full confidence. And then over here, Glen has got to do it. You know what I mean? Glen's got to do it. He's got to beat him. 93 to 115, totally doable. He's got Russell Wilson back, Jalen Warren back, the whole Pittsburgh offense is back. Rico Dowdle, who's going to get a lot of carries because Dak Prescott is out, and they're going to have a backup quarterback who's going to be running the ball a lot up against Philly. DJ Moore's back. Deontay Johnson. He's got a chance here. Clear secure. He's got a chance here. He's got a chance. Let's just see if he's got anybody on the bench that I would recommend playing. Maybe Kyler Murray over Russell Wilson. I know you're not going to do that, but maybe there. And Dalton Schultz is another good one to maybe think about changing out for Pat Freiermuth. I know they're Pittsburgh, but you got to, because Dalton Schultz, you're going to be looking for those short passes. Cooper Rush going to be giving those short passes out. Look for Dalton Schultz to have a good game here. So Glen's got to take that one. Okay, I think I'm done. I hopefully didn't miss anything because I had just talked on for like 20 minutes and then realized that I was not recording because I hit the hotkey. I've got to change over the hotkeys. Why is there even a hotkey to stop recording? And it should be, I think it was S. I think S for stop. So I hit that, screwed that up. Yeah, we live in crazy times. So be good to the people that are around you, and it's not over yet. You know what I mean? It's not over yet. Joe's still in charge. Infowarsstore.com. Joe's still in charge, allegedly. Somebody's got to be in charge. I wonder what, I think Kamala's doing a speech right now, so we're going to close up. I'm going to check on that. We're going to get done with this. It is, oh yeah, great timing. As always, am I forgetting anything? All right, we're going to close with a little bit of Jameis Winston, and here is Necrogoblicon with Goblins. I still believe in goblins. Everybody stay safe, stay smart. Peace out.
Jameis, how are you doing, man? Thank you for joining us.
Blessed and highly favored, man. Extremely grateful for today.
And we're extremely grateful to have you. You guys had a huge win last week, but it's a new day, a new week, a new opponent. What's your message to your team going into this one?
It's nothing about today. Today we have to be firm in our foundation, firm in the Lord, and we standing ground. We dependent on the Lord. There's nothing else that we can depend on but Him.
No doubt, and you know what? The team is going to be depending on you. Listen, there's been some ups and downs. You trade away Coop, Watson goes down, but you have said that you have unwavering faith. What's your message to the young guys that haven't been through the ups and downs of the NFL? How do you talk to them?
Count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience, and that patience will be perfect, lacking nothing.
No doubt about it. And listen, sometimes what you go through can help you get through, and I think that's what you're talking about. What's the difference between you now, the OG Jameis Winston, and young Jameis when he first started?
Man, it's just unwavering faith, man, and continuing the process of ultimate belief, and most importantly, depending on the Lord. That's all it is, man. It's not my battle, it's the Lord's.